super stealthy. Oh. Or I could just take a nap. Hello friends, and welcome to my home. I just want to hold this. I feel like it's just aesthetic. Anyhow, it is officially spooky season, but for me it's more just like cozy fall season. It is October. We are getting very cozy. And today I am going to give this bedroom a fall makeover, and I'm really excited about it. I found some really cute things. I have a lot of good ideas, but first of all I want to talk about the fact that I gave the bedroom a little refresh and I brought in a chair. I have wanted a reading nook in this room for so long because it's the quietest space in the house and a lot of my books are in here. There are some on my side stand, but then I have a whole secret pile. I have a secret pile of books. Most of them are from Book of the Month, who honestly really needs to sponsor me because I've been using them for years and years and I love them. Most of these are Book of the Month books that I just haven't found the time to read because I was not prioritizing reading. Oh, my light. See, why does the sun have to come? Like, it was a perfectly cozy rainy day. And then I have another stash next to the bed. And so I figured this room would be a good place to have a reading nook because I generally read at night. And then I can use my lamp over here. The baby sleeps on the other side of the bedroom. And it'll just be a cozy, fun time. So, like I said, we're gonna do a fall makeover. I have gotten some things already, but today I'm gonna take you thrifting with me and my best friend. I have a few things that I want to tackle, especially in this video. First of all, I want to decorate my husband's side of the room because his wall is totally blank. Okay. I want to tackle the closet coverings because right now I have vintage lace tablecloths covering the closet openings, and like it's pretty-ish, but it just does not look finished. So I want to get some actual curtain rods and see if I can find some lace curtains. And if I can't find lace curtains, I'm just gonna make these tablecloths into curtains because why not? And yeah, and then I'm gonna just generally make over the decor to be to be fall. And I'm really excited to show you what I have, but first let's go thrifting. So I really wanted to get lots of footage for all of you of thrifting and show you everything, but I made the mistake of going with my best friend, and you all know what happens when you go with friends that you haven't seen in a while. We pretty much spent most of the time talking. We got distracted by the clothes, and I completely forgot to film anything in the home goods section. But we still had a good time. We looked at a lot of things. I did find this gingham curtain, which I thought about potentially using in the window. And then I deliberated for a really long time over these lace curtains and whether I wanted them for the closet. But in the end, I decided they were really like too yellow, and I put them back. And this is the one shot I took in the home goods section.
I was using your camera to check hair, check things as we do. I don't use a compact anymore.
It is a couple of days later. I wanted to show you what I have thrifted, acquired, whatever. I've had some of these things for months. I bought a few of these things off of eBay. First of all, let's go over soft furnishing. These two pillows, there's a pumpkin pillow and a cat pillow, which I got from Walmart. And I saw them in passing. We were going for some school supplies and I was like, I need those. The third pillow that I found from eBay is this one. And this I got with the bedroom in mind, and I mean, honestly, I have to put the pumpkin and the black cat with the pumpkin and the black cat. So we're going through soft furnishings. The next thing is a pumpkin blanket. Now, I can't really like show you the full extent of this blanket, but there will be a shot of it, obviously, in this video. As of right now, while I'm filming this, because I'm doing this over several days and I do plan to go out thrifting again, I don't have like curtains that I want to change out our regular curtains for, and like these don't really go. So that's going to be one of the things I'm looking for. I'm still looking for curtains for the closets, curtains for the closets, and curtains that I can, because these are not full. So if I can find those, that would be great. Next, let's talk about like wall stuff, because the wall is going to be like a big thing of this video, because that's the unfinished side of the video. So I found this owl, which I thought was really cool. I think it kind of goes with the whole overall literary Lord of the Rings-y theme. And then I picked up from the thrift store this bag full of embroidery hoops, which if I have time, I might embroider something for the wall. If I don't have time, I'm probably just going to fill them with fabric, and I might paint on the fabric, so we will see. Sir, that's my pumpkin. Okay, the last kind, this isn't a wall thing, this is a window thing. I got these from Joann's. They are pumpkin and bat window clings. And I actually had planned to put these around the rest of our house, but my 3-year-old, oh, she's 3. My 3-year-old ripped them all apart off the windows. So I'm gonna put them in here. Oh, and I almost forgot, the actual last wall hanging thing is this shadow box, which I got from Value Village. My husband has a lot of like pins and things, and I am hoping it will work to stick all of his pins in here so that he can actually see them and use them and wear them. So lastly, I'm still looking for like floral things, but I did get this, and one of the big item plans I have for this room is to put a standing mirror in the corner. Now, I will probably have to get these off of Facebook Marketplace. I've seen a few. I won't be able to go out until about the middle of this week to get one, and I'm hoping they will still be around. But if I do achieve that dream goal, I'm gonna put this on top of it. I think it's perfect to like stick on a standing mirror. Then for like the dresser, because I have bowls with jewelry, I found this amber colored one. I think it's blackberries. I'm fairly sure it's like blackberries. It's a vintage bowl that I found at Goodwill for like $4. So I think that will be really pretty to put jewelry in. And then, of course, we can't do a room makeover without candles. So I got these really kitschy little candles from Target that match the pumpkin pillows that I got. So, but that is it. Let's like start decorating the wall.
So here's before. As you can see, my husband's side of the room is super unfinished decoration-wise. Mine's okay. Like, it's still a little bit chaotic. I haven't decided on a color scheme, but like, it's not bad. And as you can see, just like overall, the room scheme is not there. It needs to be refreshed. So the first thing that I did was start on the collage wall, because that was like one of the most important features of this side of the room. I really wanted it all to center around a Lord of the Rings map that I had made for my husband. It's actually the map of Washington, but made in the style of the Lord of the Rings maps. So I really wanted that to be a feature, because I want this side of the room to kind of be a little bit hobbity themed, because my husband really likes Lord of the Rings and I do as well. So like, it's not actually that far of a reach for either of us. But anyway, I put up the collage wall. I pulled a few things from the rest of my house, but most of this was thrifted or things that I already had that I've been keeping. And I'm really happy with how the collage wall turned out.
And now let's talk about the bed and the sponsor of today's video, which is Brooklinen. Brooklinen is a home goods company specializing in bringing high quality luxury goods to your home. And you spend a third of your life in bed, so it's about time you invested in some good sheets. So for autumn, of course, I wanted to give my bedroom a fall makeover, and it's like the perfect time to pick the cozy, perfect sheets you want for this cold season, if it's cold where you live. But if it's not cold where you live, Brooklinen is still for you, because their linen sheets are perfect for hot or cold weather. They are breathable, they hold your warmth, and they cool you down. They're like magic. So for this video, I really wanted to try the linen hardcore bundle because I have their classic luxe sheets and those are beautiful and soft and wonderful, but I'm really interested in bringing more linen into my home because it is cooling, it is moisture wicking, it is great for like just temperature control. And as someone who, like, cat, why you gotta put your butt in the shot? Now, as somebody who sleeps really, really warm, I need sheets and blankets that are not going to overwhelm me at night and wake me up just sweating. And I can confidently say that these might actually be even better than the luxe sheets, in my humble opinion. And they also feel really nice. Kitty, oh, kitty. And obviously our cats like them, so they are very approved. But I have to say, I think this has been the most comfortable for me. As someone who likes to have a cold room and a warm bed that I can pile a bunch of blankets onto, these are the perfect sheets because I don't get all hot and sweaty under all the blankets. They keep me nice and temperate and it's wonderful. And as a mom and someone who has several animals and kids who get all over my bed and always mess it up and I have to remake it pretty much every 5 minutes, I really love that the linen is like supposed to be rumpled because it just gives that elegant lived in feel. So for my autumnal selection of Brooklinen, I decided to go with this stunning terracotta colored duvet. I have to say this is like the perfect orange for autumnal tones. If you're like me and you love everything pumpkin and like chai spice and just, oh, it's a delicious color. And I paired it with these khaki sheets because I need to bring more neutrals into my life. I love that they can mix and match, and at first I thought maybe I would want to do the pinstripe option because that would be super cute. But let's be honest, I have so much going on in my room. I really needed to choose something that was calming and cozy and would just go with everything. I love that you can mix and match. I am a mix and match girly. I want all of my things to be interesting to look at, and I love that they have over 20 options that you can choose from. These get softer every time that you wash them, by the way, which is an added bonus. It's like the opposite of having things that wear down and break after you buy them. These get better the more that you use them. And isn't that like the ultimate sustainable home goods? In my opinion, it is. So if you would like to check out Brooklinen for yourself and for your home this autumn, you can check out my link down below and use the code Kristina with Love for $20 off of anything over $100. Thank you so much, Brooklinen, for working with me again. It is a delight, and let's get back to this room makeover.
Of course, one of the other features of this room is the reading nook, which I had only barely decorated because I knew I was going to do this makeover. So I brought in a thrifted, I think this is probably a 70s Afghan. I think it's so cute. And I put the pillows, these special pillows, on. I'm so happy with it. And then I decided that I didn't quite like them set like that. I moved them around, but whatever. They kind of come on and off because my kids get into the chair. Anyway, I changed out my reading pile for some fall reads. And I added a pumpkin because you can't do a room makeover like this without a pumpkin. And then I worked on redoing the bouquet that is on my dresser. I can't have live plants in my room because we have cats and they just eat them, and it's a whole mess. So we do fake plants, and I spent quite a bit of time. I wanted to show this process because I feel like some people think that you see it on YouTube, they must have just immediately known what they were going to do and it was all perfect and easy. But actually I spent quite a while trying to figure out how I wanted these flowers to be. As you can see, I messed with them a lot. And then I moved on to the hat wall, which again, I kind of had a futz with for a while before it really felt like it was supposed to be. I changed out my pink and purple and blue hats for brown tones. There's a little bit of yellow in there. There's my black hats. And I hung the feathery ones very high. And by the way, I use push pins for this. I don't use anything special. You could use command strips like the hooks if you wanted to, or picture hanging nails, or whatever works. But I prefer push pins because they make the least amount of like a hole, or command strips would also be good. And I ended up being really, really happy with how this looked after I moved a few pins around. this is when I discovered something magic.
It's a candle? Oh my gosh, it's a candle. Ooh, it smells good too.
Because I had thrifted that and it was taped closed, I had no idea it was a candle. That was a delightful discovery, and I am so happy to have a new candle. So then I worked on the placement of the perfume bottles that I have on there with the pumpkin, and I ended up putting a little doily underneath everything to make it look a little bit more neutral. Since my jewelry box is teal, I needed something to sort of neutralize that. And then, of course, it was time to add the fun little pumpkins and bats to my mirror. I am so delighted by this. I know that they're like meant for kids, but I just think this is such a fun little detail and I love it so much. And it adds such a bit of like spookiness and character to the room, which I just really like. It makes me happy.
Okay, so I have been looking for a standing mirror to put in this empty corner over here. And I've been trolling Facebook Marketplace, and the first person that I messaged did not answer me. That's fine. They didn't see my message. It's all good. Second person, I was second in line, and then it got picked up, and so I didn't get it. And I just found a 1920s mirror to put in that corner. I'm about to go pick her up, so let's go get her. Because 1920s mirror for $30, y'all. I'm so excited. Let's go.
So I knew that this mirror would not actually be like a super tall one. They put the dimensions with the listing, and so I knew that I would have to prop it up somehow, but I wanted to set it there just so I could see what I had, and I ended up deciding on some of my vintage suitcases. These do all have things in them, so they are not just lightweight pieces of luggage. They are all a little bit weighted down by what's in them, and I think that is enough to keep the mirror safe. But I stacked 3 on top of each other and it was just a little bit too high. You can see here that I'm kind of deliberating, and I decided to take one out because it just wasn't quite right. We do have plans to create a swivel frame for this so that it stands correctly and it's not leaning against the wall, because you know that's a little bit dangerous. But I did add a hook to the wall as a precaution. I know that it's not like perfect, but it'll help if it ever gets knocked over. And then it was time to decide what kind of floral arrangement I wanted to put on this, and I decided to go with everything that I found. I found these garlands at the thrift store and I thought they were so beautiful, so of course I wanted to drape them around the mirror. And then I really love the fall colors of this other arrangement. I just thought that it all looked really pretty together. So then it was time to add all of the little touches. I also wanted to replace the curtains with lace curtains. But then I went ahead and redid my husband's dresser. And full disclosure, I filmed this after editing this whole video and realizing I had never taken any shots of me doing this. So, trade secret, y'all. Sometimes I had to do so many research shoots for this video because of my sound and because of just the way that things were working out or weren't working out. And anyway, we're adding lots of little details. The gnome house, the pumpkin blanket. This is one of my favorite things that I found for this video. It's so fun. The toadstool on the bed. I just went around the room and basically added as many pumpkins as I could. The teapot is something that I thrifted. That candle is something that I thrifted. The blanket is secondhand. And the last thing that I did before calling it done was I got out my trunk of dresses and I pulled all of my fall clothes that were in storage so that I can change out part of my wardrobe to be a lot more autumnal. This is something that I have started to do because we have small closets. I have decided to just store away about half my closet for the seasonal purposes, and I'm always really happy when I do. It really adds a focus to my style, and I have noticed that I have a much smaller fall wardrobe than fall and winter than I do spring and summer, so maybe that's something I can beef up here. But anyway, I changed out my wardrobe. I stored away all the spring and summer dresses that I felt like I was not going to wear this season. And then I was done. And it is pretty much time for the reveal.
Okay, so it's been a couple of days. The original outro that I filmed, all of the sound, just didn't record. So I had no sound, and that's fine because it was also out of focus. But I wanted to do like a little recap, my thoughts, how it's feeling. First of all, let's go over the things that I didn't get done that I do still want and will be looking for. The first big obvious thing is that one of the windows is just covered by a lace tablecloth. I could potentially make that into a temporary curtain, but I would rather just continue to look at my local thrift stores until I find a curtain that will work, or a shorter curtain for the window that I have next to my side of the bed, because the one I have next to my side of the bed is a little bit too long for the window, I think, and I would like it to be shorter. And obviously I also did not find curtains or curtain rods for the closets. I don't expect to find the curtain rods in a thrift store, but I don't really want to buy curtain rods until I have the curtains. So I'll be looking for those. I definitely want to get actual curtains for the closets. I think I need to do double curtains on either side. And I am thinking, now that I'm kind of looking around the room, that I want the closet curtains to be a solid color so that you cannot see through them. And probably something very, very neutral. The thing I learned about myself is that I actually really like having sort of neutral basics. I never, like 5 years ago, I would have never thought that I would be saying I'm glad I went with the neutral curtains, the neutral sheets. It really helps tie everything in together, and I'm really happy that I went with those. So the other thing I've learned is that I definitely am a strong color scheme girly. So having orange to go off of, because this whole thing was inspired by the bed, having that strong color scheme to go off was so helpful. And I know they always say pick like, 3 colors, I think it is, or repeat a color 3 times or whatever. But I really need a strong theme to come through in order to figure out like what I even want to do with a room. And having the theme of fall, pumpkins, and Hobbiton basically really helped when I was at the thrift store, when I was looking through like pictures, what do I want to bring home, what's actually going to work in the space. So yeah, I'm really happy. I picked up a few things, like the round mirror on the dresser. I didn't actually think I was going to use in this room, and then I was like, you know what, that dresser needs a mirror on top of it, because that's where my husband gets ready, and so then he can have his little mirror to like see himself, and I think it just really completes that corner. That corner has been the bane of my existence the entire time we've lived here. So it feels really, really good to have the whole room feel so cohesive. That's a hard word to say. It feels so good to have the whole room be cohesive. It's so beautiful. Every time I walk in here, it's just a breath of fresh air, and I am so incredibly happy with the setup. I continually move my stuff around because it never feels finished. It hasn't ever felt finished because I think I really, really needed the corner fillers. The furniture is pretty big and we have a very small house, so I've always felt like the furniture was too much for the room, but it's because we didn't have anything to fill the corners and the spaces that the furniture left, so it looked really incomplete. Having the chair in here has been great, especially for like when I'm putting the baby down for a nap or when I need a quiet moment, especially as a mom. And then the mirror is my pride and joy. I am so in love with that mirror. I cannot even tell you how much I love that mirror. I can't believe that I found it for $30. I can't believe I was the first one to message. Like, I love my mirror. And eventually, like I said in the voiceover, eventually we do have plans to like make a mirror frame for it so that it's a little more sturdy. But as for right now, the cats are not allowed to be in here unsupervised, especially our kitten, because I'm really afraid she's gonna knock it over somehow. Even though I have it anchored to the wall, I'm still really afraid she's gonna knock it over. So like, this is a no cats room. They knock over everything anyway. But yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this room. I think it came together really beautifully. I'm really happy that most of the decor is thrifted. I know I've got like 2 candles and some pillows from Walmart and Target, but I'm really happy that pretty much everything else is from the thrift store. I'm really proud of that fact. The 2 things that I really want to do other than find curtains for the closet and the window, I really want to paint. I have some green frames that I thrifted and they just have some random sayings in them, but they match, and I really want to paint pictures for each of those frames and put them up above the bed, because right now all I have is a picture of us on our wedding day. And then I want to paint a Hobbit door. That is the one thing that I really wanted to do for this video. I didn't have time, I didn't have the materials, it just wasn't feasible at the moment, but I do have a frame for it. So eventually I'll update in like a reel or something whenever I do those things, because those are the last little room projects I want to get done. But overall, I'm actually really surprised that I was able to get everything that I wanted to get, mainly by thrifting. If you guys want to see me make the kitchen into a gourd kitchen, I meant to do that earlier this year, and September was a really hard month for us, and so I only put out one video. But if you guys want to see the kitchen become a gourd kitchen instead of a strawberry kitchen, let me know. I can't decide if I want to film that or if I want to just do it, because it's already October and I've been putting it off because I wanted to film it, but now that I've done the bedroom, I don't know if y'all want to see me do the kitchen too. Maybe I could just make it a reel. I don't know. Let me know down below. Let me know what you want to see. I will try to get it done somehow. That is it for this video. I have to say thank you again to Brooklinen for continuing to work with me. I really do love Brooklinen. I would not continue to work with them if I didn't. I think that they are a really great company. Their sheets are beautiful, their bedding is just beautiful, and they do have other home goods, so if you're not into the sheets bundle, be sure to check out the other things that they carry. Don't forget you can use my code with Love Kristina for $20 off of 100, and you can use my code down below, my code and my link down below in the description to check out Brooklinen for yourself. They really make beautiful things, and I'm so happy they've continued to work with me. So that is it for this video. I hope that you are all having a wonderful October so far. I hope that you enjoyed this cozy little makeover, and as always, I hope that wherever you are feeling safe and loved. And until I see you again, have a beautiful day, and thank you for watching. Bye! Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Can I have a kiss? Mwah! High quality, I forgot my coffee. Immediately forgets all of my talking points. No, stay here. I love you.